Today I'm going to show you how the gradient map feature in Photoshop works. So I've opened this photograph of a giraffe, and over here in the layers panel you can either click this button for new fill or adjustment layer and choose gradient map. Be careful because there's also gradient up here, and that's not the one that we're working with. We're working with gradient map down here at the bottom. Or the other way to access it is to look up here in the adjustments panel and hover over these buttons, and it looks like it's the second to the last one on the last row. So I'm going to click that, and you can see that a gradient has been placed over this image, and it's black and white. The reason it's black and white is because down here in the toolbox, the default colors down here at the bottom are black and white. There are many different ways to change the color of the gradient. I'm going to show you a few of them. So if you click this down arrow up here on this menu in the adjustments panel, you'll have all sorts of different gradients to choose from. And when you click on them, you can see what happens to the image. So I'm going to choose this one. Now you can actually refine this even more by clicking directly on the colored bar instead of the little down arrow. So if I click that, I get a different pop-up window. With these, I can move these sliders around to make more or less of a certain color. So if I click and move the orange slider over, I get a little bit more yellow. If I move the yellow one over, I get a little bit more green. If I move the green over even more, I can get more green into the image. Let's say I want to add a whole new color. I can click down here in the gray area, anywhere that I want underneath this color bar, let's say right here. And I'll double click this little color swatch, and I'm going to change it to white. So now that has added white areas to the image. So whenever you get this adjusted the way you want, just click OK, and you're finished. If you look here in the layers panel, you can see there's your original image as the background. There's the gradient map above it. So I'm going to go ahead and save this, File, Save As, and I'm going to call it Gradient Map Justine. And I'm going to save this one as a Photoshop document so that it has the layers. But I also want to put a copy of this on the website, so I'm going to save it as a JPEG. File, Save As. I'm going to leave the title Gradient Map Justine, but I'm going to change the format to JPEG. And because I don't want this to take a long time to download on the internet, I'm going to make the quality medium and go ahead and click OK. So that will make a medium-sized file instead of a gigantic file. Alright, so now I'm going to go to my Google site, and I'm going to insert a before and an after on my Photoshop page. That's it for now.